Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets. And now, your starting lineup for your Detroit Pistons.
Welcome everyone to the play-in tournament as the 9th and 10th seeds of the Eastern Conference battle for a chance at the NBA playoffs. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So the Nets starting five. Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Johnson, it's Wall, and it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. For the Pistons, guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivey. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. Simmons finds Johnson. And the teams are watching here tonight, Brent. Neither like to push the tempo too often. A slower pace for both.
Feels like, Kevin, that bucks the trend of what we're seeing in the NBA with everyone trying to speed up, but you have to play to your strengths. These sides know they're better off taking their time in the half court.
And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Releases from 15. Cunningham's shot is off. Now Claxton. Simmons passes to Claxton. Cunningham with it. He's picked up by Wall. Cunningham against Wall. Cunningham's shot is off. Simmons working it over. Nets passing it around. Outside, Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Here's Cunningham. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I like how Cunningham just refuses to settle on the play. He gets his shot off and then gets himself fouled.
The Pistons shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Cunningham, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
And then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Bridges. Last time out, he had 14 points. And Stewart gets it to go.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Simmons. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
Johnson against Bridges. All with the steal. And here's Johnson outside. Kept alive. Here's Claxton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jalen Duran.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
first trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Here is Cunningham. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Going inside. Offensive rebound. Another shot. That one misses.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Wall, no luck. Pistons trail by 3. And here's Ivey. Last time out, he had 13 points. That's not going to do it either. He's 0 for 5.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
No good from Simmons.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Hield from outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Sasser. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Bryant. Clowney pulls it in.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's Hield. He's got 6. Lets the three fly. Thompson with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Pass to Clowney. Goes back up. Finney-Smith kicks to Hield. There's the triple. Offensive rebound, Nets. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Brooklyn basketball.
Schroeder outside over Sasser. And it's Schroeder missing. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 7. No good on his first attempt of the game.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. Have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
14.
And we welcome you back to the second quarter of this exciting play-in game. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nets?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Thompson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Wiseman. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Sasser in at the 1. That's the group for Detroit right now. And man, the games, Greg, between the 9 and 10 seeds in the play-in tournament last year were really, weren't they? Remember in the West, we saw the young Oklahoma City Thunder topple the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, I mean, OKC grabbed their win on the road in New Orleans as well. So showing a potential bright spot for this franchise.
Cunningham with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Cunningham against Johnson. Clock at 6. From down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, last year's 9-10 Eastern Conference matchup was the Bulls taking on the Raptors. And Chicago, as we recall, ended up surprising Toronto on the road by getting the win.
And Kevin, the Raptors just didn't have an answer for Zach LaVine. He dropped 39 in that game, and Mar DeRozan got revenge on his old squad, notching 23 himself and knocking Toronto out of the playoffs.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Stewart kicks to Ivey. It's blocked. Stewart against Simmons. Missed inside. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Cunningham. He hits that shot, his first of the night, now 1 for 6.
You gotta have poise and you gotta have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And coach is looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Hields checked in, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. Hields got 9.
And these quick hitting plays are great for a quick set shooter. Hields scoring.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And you can tell he put a lot of practice into that one. Wall's always ready to break out something slick if he's got the time and space.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Passes it to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. And another 3 for Detroit.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Wall passes to Simmons. Good on the bucket. 8 points for Ben Simmons.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Cunningham kicks to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Now, here's Durant. He's tightly guarded.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Stewart. Ivy on the wing. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And Wall kicks to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
substitution on the court.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And there's the pass to Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Here's Hield. We saw him with 29 points last game. From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Basketball.
Wiseman the pass to Fontecchio. Here's Sasser, covered by Wall. Thompson against Hield. Pass to Sasser. Shot clock at 6. Wall with the steal. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Sasser, covered by Wall. Pass to Grimes. Looking to end the run. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Outside, Wall. Driving in, and Wall with the slam.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, guys. With head coach Monty Williams. Coach, how do you get things going a little bit more offensively?
Well, we got to set screens and we got to get stops. If we're getting stops, we can play in transition. That opens up a lot for us.
Yeah, you guys are hard to beat when you're out and running. We'll see if that happens more. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And Shaq, how about what you saw from the Pistons?
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, Ernie. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Hi, everyone. Glad to have you back for third quarter action of the play-in game. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
So with Wall on the bench, this is the group that Jacque Vaughn has right now. Walker out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Ben Simmons. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Nets leading by 23. Stewart with the steal. Now here's Ivy. Hasn't made one yet. And it's denied. Here's Walker. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Throws it up high. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Stolen by Walker. Claxton the pass to Simmons. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Shot's good by Walker.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Ivy. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Basketball.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Buddy Hield.
For the Nets, Dennis Schroeder.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Ivy. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Now here's Schroeder. No scoring in this one. And stolen by Simmons. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Basketball.
Cunningham kicks to Ivy. Here's Stewart. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Simmons inside. Outside, Walker. Over Ivy. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Detroit, they've gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 11 points.
This is a strong finish from Cade and just shows you his confidence is growing in attacking the heart of any defense.
Here's Claxton. Good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. The Pistons have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Count it.
Say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
On the wing, Thompson. He's guarded by Schroeder. Thompson with the bucket.
Despite the contact, Thompson still gets it to go. Showing some heart there.
Simmons inside. Pass to Clowney. From outside, off the mark. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. John Wall's checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Nets, John Wall.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. So Monty Williams wants to talk it over here. You know, Brent, most nights we see Grimes expend a ton of energy out there, and it is terrific.
Yeah, he's asked to do a lot of different things, and he's got to provide that pop on the perimeter. And then he often draws the hardest defensive assignment at the other end. So this guy is becoming more complete.
Pistons Benny, show him some love.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Fontecchio. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. There's the pass to Grimes. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson for the triple. That shot missing. Walker with some nice D.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And there's another thing going on right now for them that has to get their confidence up, and that's the 3-ball. I mean, it's been falling for them, and they're locked in, and that outside shot going, that's a big difference maker.
Sasser gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hield against Thompson. Hield outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Hield's got 15.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And finished off by Wiseman.
That's pretty easy stuff from Wiseman if he's that close.
Inside, Clowney, and that one is stuffed right through.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Thompson against Hield. Thompson with it. Off target. And so it's Brooklyn, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And thanks for joining us for this fourth quarter of this play-in game. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got James Wiseman, and it's Fontecchio in at the 4. Good work there as it goes.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Passes it to Whitehead. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Grimes. And a missed layup.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Pass to Whitehead. Fires the 3. Cans it from downtown.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Grimes passes to Flynn. Fontecchio. There's the 3. It's not going to go for him.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
It's good from long range. Whitehead's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for Brooklyn. Pass to Fournier. Back to Flynn. From 13, connects the jumper drops.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
To the wing on the left. Releases. Again, the Nets for 2. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. The pass to Fontecchio. Back to Flynn. Fontecchio. Finney Smith defending. And the shot goes in. Grimes has got his first points of the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Fournier. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Evan Fournier has proven he's someone you can put on the floor and expect results. So whatever the team needs, especially on the offensive end, he's ready to give his all.
A different look here for Detroit. Stewart's checked in for Wiseman. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Flynn. And then for Brooklyn, Johnson comes in for Trendon Watford. And it's Lonnie Walker in for Keita Bates-Diop.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Duren, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And a change for the Nets. John Wall's checked in for Dennis Smith. Wall against Ivy. Fires from 14. Here's Duren. He can't hit that time.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Whitehead's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Ivy with it, working on Finney Smith. Bucket is good.
He does a lot of damage inside with that quickness and athleticism. Ivy's too agile for low post defenders to react.
Now here's Wall. Passes it to Whitehead. Off target with his 3. 1:22 left in the 4th quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with a victory in this play-in contest, Greg, they'll edge out the 7th seed and secure their playoff position.
And while this was no cakewalk, things now get even more serious. They'll be matching up with the best teams in their conference from here on out. And one good game won't be enough to make the difference there.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Wall.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and strapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Here's Wall after the basket by Detroit. Johnson from outside. It's stolen. Fontecchio goes up on the wing. That shot is off. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Takes the three. That one, no good. And there it is. The Brooklyn Nets come away with a huge win. What a relief for them to know that they've not only secured their part in the playoffs, but end up being the 7th seed too.
Really, they showed how hungry you have to be at this stage. You have to like the momentum now that they'll carry into the first series.
And that'll wrap this one up. No shortage of excitement here in the play-in tournament. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.